November 10th, 2022. Is it a coincidence that every single country basically now has Marxists in charge? Look what's going on in Brazil as we speak. The entire country is on their feet. There are protests on epic scale happening right now in Brazil. Mainstream media is silent. Why are they silent? They are silent because they want you to believe that a lot of people want to be masked up. A lot of people want to be jabbed up, meaning like majority, right? They want you to believe that everyone wants this socialism, Marxism, communism. You can put it in a way right now in the same basket, okay? Because it all leads to communism at the end. Is why I've been talking about reset is communism. This is global, okay? That's what it is. And communism's best friend is man-made famine. This is why we have this avian flu in UK. We've got shortages of eggs started to pop up. You can only buy a few cartons at the store at Costco. Yes, those are big portions of eggs, don't get me wrong, but that's going to change pretty soon. And it's not just happening in a certain country. It is all one by one. It's trickling down to every single country. Everything you're watching, from implosion of currency that's happening in Turkey, South America, Europe. Now it's is and has been happening in United States, unless of course you are trading DXY, the dollar index, and you were long for a while, you made a lot of money. But when it comes to your purchasing power, you know what's been going on to the dollar, right? Unless you were living physically, you were overseas and you were holding US dollars, you did a lot better than, let's say, if you were in South America when compared to those that were holding pesos or whatever, right? Euros, if you were in Europe. But overall, we see prices of food continuing to rise. And if you don't see month over month steady rise, you see shrinkflation. You are getting less and the prices are way higher. So right now they are saying that the CPI, Consumer Price Index, came out at 7.7%, which is just a little bit less than they projected, which was 7.9%. And we all know so many major food items are up like 50, 100% since last year, okay? The shortages haven't even started yet. This is all deliberate because the reset is communism. So I said on my previous video that I believe there is a chance that we may not even have midterms. I was shocked that the Democrats would go into midterms with surging inflation, 401ks slashed in half, and real estate equities slashed by, on an average, $30,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. You can do your own research on this. An average equity in US has been slashed since May, so not even a year, $30,000. So a lot of people that thought they had savings because they're looking at their equity, they bought a home, let's say for $250. Now it's appraised at like $350. They're looking at $100,000. We're doing fine. We got the credit card. We can afford to pay minimum payments. We're just gonna keep racking up on those credit cards. All is good. Go to McDonald's, eat 3 times a day, $50 a day just on fast food. All of that is coming to an end. Again, this channel is not to scare you. This channel is to prepare you. We can only control what we can control. I found it very interesting, again, that the Democrats did not pressure Fed Reserve to officially reverse course, that they go back to 50 or 25 basis points rate hikes instead of 75, which is just under, what it means is just under 1%, basically 3/4 of a percentage point. Anything less than that would be, in a way, a pivot. They haven't done it yet. I believe it's coming. I'm not going to change my outlook on that. I've been wrong on the last one, and I was, like I said, shocked that they haven't done it. And the only reason Democrats, again, did not pressure Fed Reserve is because they knew there was going to be no red wave. Now, we can We can go down this rabbit hole all we want. Who is counting the votes? All I know is every single state that ends up now being close, Arizona, Georgia, Nevada, I don't know how many more, I believe, again, I could be wrong on this, I believe Democrats will end up winning. You guys let me know in the description box down below, because Republicans have no spine, okay? They are puppets, every single one of them. Democrats tell you, listen, we're going to do abortions after baby's born. We're going to do this. We're going to tax you. They tell you what they're doing. And Republicans are pretending they're going to do something about it. So what is worse in a way? At least one side is telling you this is what I'm going to do. At least they have the guts to come out and admit. And a small certain percentage of people actually follows this nonsense and they're okay with it. You know, all these Marxists, they have been indoctrinated throughout all this madness in colleges, what's been going on, the indoctrination centers basically. So you've got a certain percentage of Generation Z and millennials that will go on the Marxist side. But overall majority of people, that's why you see protests globally, they don't want to be vaxxed up, masked up. They don't want to see government labeling which business, which job is essential versus non-essential. A lot of normal people out there do not want to see this happening, but they want to convince you that this is what majority wants. It is not. Everything is rigged. Nothing is what it seems. As I said from the beginning, all roads lead to gold. This is not investing or life or trading advice. I'm just telling you what I see, how and why. Nobody can time these markets perfectly unless you are, you know, the insider. We know who those are. And we can't totally predict the future, but if we stick with fundamentals, if we prepare and we stick with tangibles in your possession, soft and hard commodities versus digits on the screen, like you think equity was actually your savings. People with cryptos and Bitcoin thought they had all these riches. As I mentioned on my videos, there is a big difference between being rich and being wealthy. Okay? Having land, having livestock, having something physical is wealth. Not if your gamble with, let's say, let's keep the math pretty simple, $10,000 turns into $250,000, and now you're counting as a $250,000. You are $250,000 richer now. Well, did you cash out? Have you used some of that cash to buy something real with? Put some cash aside to maybe jump on some good stocks that you believe are good, whatever the case may be. If you didn't cash out, and if you didn't do something, you didn't diversify with that cash, you cannot count that as winnings, as being rich. You just can't. And this is just another example. A lot of people are complaining cryptos are just blowing up. Yes, they might go up right now because the Fed is going to officially reverse course. But overall, they're down 80, 90. Some of them are done. They're at zero. People are wiped out. So many major hedge funds with cryptos and major companies are just under the water right now. They stole billions and billions of dollars from people. And a lot of people didn't see this coming because why? Ethereum was at $5,000 and it happened so quickly from 1,000, and Bitcoin went from 10,000 to almost $70,000 per token. You can't make this shit up. It's just impossible. NFTs selling for $10 million. What is NFT? Look it up. So this mania had to stop, okay? It just had to stop. And a lot of you I know are prepared for what is coming, and you haven't seen anything yet, okay? You have not seen anything yet. As always, I appreciate all of you. If you like these videos, share them, like it, make some comments down below. Some people said, why you always make videos while you're driving? It's not professional. No, it is not. I can care less. I'm just an average guy trying to make sense out of this nonsense. Yes, I will do some videos out of my office one day, but I think the best when I drive, and I drive a lot, and if it's something I believe important on my head that I need to tell you, I will do so. But one day I will wear a suit and I will be in the fancy office. That I promise you. So yeah, the only way to get out of communism once it's officially here is fill in the blanks. Look it up, how you can get out of communism once it's officially here. So in between, all we can do is make sure that we don't rely on anyone, that you can be as self-sufficient as possible. Food is key, okay? 3 days, that's all it takes for people to turn into animals if there is no food. 3 days, 72 hours. Take care, I am out.